Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Cairo and welcome back to Not For Broadcast. Now last time we were here, I believe we're at war with somebody and the main anchor's brother is missing and stuff like that. Which is all very fun stuff. And I don't know where the hell we could go from here. Oh. You guys see that screenshot right there? That was funny. Oh, I'm drunk. Am I in the passenger seat? Well, that's the only place I could be, really. It's good to see that I'm still broke as poor. The rest of your shift passes in a blur, with the same words going around and around in your head. Operatives working for advanced nuclear explosives. I don't know why. Why'd I read it like that? I have no idea. Initial estimates put the death toll into the millions. What did this really just happen? There we go. You pull into the driveway with no memory of the journey home. The light in the front room is on. Clearly, someone else is still awake. The door creaks open into the living room, and you find Sam sitting on the sofa, staring at the TV. The screen is off, and they're clearly lost in thought. You take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. They don't look at you, but they do reach up to take your hand in theirs. Now you're closer. You can see Sam's face more clearly. You see a look you've never seen before. Chris and Susie, they're both... I know. What do we do? What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Chris and Susie and millions of others. All because of their fucking war, which we never asked for. Where there should be tears, there is only fire. Pure raw fury. They're manic now. I hate them, Alex. I know you've always supported Advance, but after this, they're monsters. I need to know you understand that. That we've got... sorry, I'm misreading it. We're not going to help them anymore. Okay, we have a couple options. Vance did what was necessary. I'm glad they prepared to do what they need to protect all of us. I don't think it's that simple. The country's suffering. This war has to end. And nothing can justify what they did. And anyone who tries it is just as bad as... Ooh. I would like to go to middle ground here. Seriously, Alex? Advance have crossed the line, and we can't let it stand anymore. Then takes both your hands in theirs and looks at you. The tension clears in their voice. This isn't a situation where you can pick the middle ground. Advance killed Chris. They've killed our daughter, Alex. I'll never ever forgive them for that. And if you can... You know what? Yeah, now that you put it like that, really spreads over her face. I'm gonna just say her, why not? Like a wave, and they collapse against you, clutching tightly. Clearly this was weighing heavily on them. You're not sure you've even processed it all fully yet. But at least you'll get through it all together. When did that happen? When did Chris and Alex die? What? Final for... By the way, can we talk about the graphics in the background? This is disgusting. This is somebody who just ran into Blender and just shoved a bunch of trees down. Not even that, they just ran into Unity and it was just like... Oh, let me get a basic tree model and then put it here and then barely care about the other surroundings. Yeah, anyways. The last week has passed in a blur. A rush of things to do, but all immediately forgotten. Your memory clouded by a dark fog. 9 days since the so-called Liberation Night and the beginning of Advance's new future. You weren't the first one at the church today. You were staggered by the number of people who have come to mourn with you. Everyone here for the same reason, bearing the same pain, the same sense of loss. It's written all over their face, much as it would be on yours. You step away from everyone else, needing space to gather your thoughts. Who's dead? Who's dead? Who the hell is dead? Is it just... Okay, that makes it more simple then. Your little girls, Susie and Chris too, both just gone. Sam has said little since that evening, clearly still in shock. Not that you could blame them. You haven't been much better. Sam appears silent and squeezes your hand tightly. An act of desperation, seeking comfort, and you squeeze back. Some small piece of you can't help but wonder, partly to blame? These scares will not fade quickly. There hadn't even been coffins to bury. So fast. Oh my god. Fucking hell. An academic What WWE star's coming in here? What the fuck? Oh my god, that was intense. Okay. It's been a full year. It's actually been like how long? It's like yeah, about a year, pretty much. Time flies, doesn't it? It's a seemingly ordinary morning, but as you get into work, you find a small crowd gathered in the break room. When you go in to grab your first cup of tea of the day, who drinks tea in the office? You can't help but overhear some excited chatter. You didn't hear? Yeah, another one's gone missing. Are you sure that's excited? That sounds terrible. What? I just imagine they're all sat there just like, oh, they're missing. Yes! 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 They're missing. Yes! Like, what? No! That's not how they're sad. No! What's that bring the whole total up to now? Oh, I shouldn't think over 100 at this point. They wouldn't all have been reported or noticed yet. Sorry, what's going on? An excited young woman turns to you and begins to explain. Oh, another professor went missing from Queenview University. With all the others' disappearance over the last year, scientists, doctors, researchers. She pauses before lowering her voice to a whisper.
It's clearly disturbed, targeting people speaking out against them.
Sure, yeah. I haven't heard Advance or struggling to prevent further. A deep, familiar voice from behind you interrupts. What exactly is going on here? I'm assuming that's our big boss man. Silence overtakes the room as you all turn in unison towards the doorway. Oh, yeah, Bozeman. Ooh, the music kind of changed a little. Bozeman clears his voice. Fucking hell, this music is going off. Why? Why is it so intense? Anyways, Bozeman clears his voice before continuing. I've told you before, I don't want you to hear about these so-called disappearances. Come on now, people. Advance have been very clear that they're nothing to worry about. Which means they're not our problem, and unless they start classifying cappuccinos as intellectual, I don't think anyone here has anything to... You know... How many cappuccinos before you become a genius? I would say like 500 throughout your life. I guess. I don't know where I was going with that, but this is a weird question. Best get back to work. Bozeman holds up a hand to keep you as everyone else files out of the room. Me? Bozeman? What do you need me for? Look, between you and me, this leave it alone malarkey, I have a hard time sometimes saying that, comes from on high, full of my hands. So I would appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further, and make sure the news is in line with that school of thought, yes? He gives you a pat on the arm and a smile before leaving to carry on with whatever it is he does during the workday. It seems that for better or for worse, public ownership is now in full swing. So are we gonna... My lord. Fucking hell. So I'm assuming we're doing stuff with the academics. Oh, no, we're still somehow not in... Sometimes, man, these stories go on for a little too long. So I'm gonna just drink. I need a bubbly. My mouth is not liking any of this. Burns because I've been talking too much. Alright, now we can probably start. You drum your fingers on the steering wheel impatiently as you wait for Charlie again. No, I forget. I don't know any Charlies. It's great he's enjoyed the cohesion cadets, sorry, and is so enthusiastic, but does he really need to stay behind every week to help? It's your Saturday evening too, after all. Finally you see him exit the hall, a grin on his face. You can't help but smile back. The frustration starting to fade as you see him so genuinely happy. Excuse me. After hugging his friends goodbye, Charlie heads over to the car and gets in, his face flushed with excitement. So, how was? You're interrupted as he can't contain himself any longer. Guess what? Guess what? He's like up in my face. Breath probably smells like a good old mint. I don't even know who Charlie is. I have no idea. I kind of forget. I must have like dementia or something. What? You know what? Yeah, let's go with it. So obviously the Cohesion Cadets is a starting point from becoming a CCO. God help me, whatever that is. So we get a head start when applying for that. Charlie Gush is... I was gonna say Glush is. Clearly keen on explaining his news. Almost tripping over the words in his effort to tell you. Well, apparently, from next year, the top 5% of cadets will be taken into a special program to become CCMs, which, fuck me, I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, no, Community Cohesion Managers. Community Cohesion Operators. You know what? Yeah, would make sense. And guess who's gonna be in it? Is that you? Oh my god, that's great news. Yay. With a grin from ear to ear, he sits back in his seat. Yeah, I'm so glad I joined. I can't wait to tell everyone. You chuckle. I think a celebration is in order. How about we pick up some takeaway on the way home? Yes, SoCo! That... what? SoCo? I'm learning new things every day now. And the rest of the car ride is spent with Charlie listing every takeaway you can think of. Who the fuck? I'm sorry, who is Charlie? Have I been, like, blind? The spark to light the flame. Oh, Night of Fire. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Sorry, that fucking spooked me a little. You're surprised to find Sam in the bed next to you when you wake up. They must have got in very late last night from drinking and with some old folks from school. You decide to let them sleep in and enjoy a lazy Sunday morning. With the house quiet, you decide to bring some breakfast into the living room and watch some TV while you eat. This is breaking news! Reports are coming in from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in... I would be the worst fucking news anchor. That's what I'm learning very quickly. I cannot do this for a living. Anyways, went up in flames last night as part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by a group known as Disrupt. Wow, great, I trusted these guys. You drop your spoon back into your porridge and turn it up to the volume. In addition to food storage, which government sources have said will put a strain on universal menu sandwiches countrywide. Don't know why I said it like that. A number of CCOs and civic buildings were targeted in last night's attack. According to Prime Minister Julia Salzbearer, whatever, Julia, we need to fucking, no, we need to talk about how bad I am at reading these. I can't hide anymore. I am fucking ass. I am some good ass at this. Oh, I'm consistently ass at reading. Specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were forcibly extracted from lawful custody. You hold your breath, wait to hear if anyone got hurt. Waiting for Charlie. Let's see if Charlie got hurt. Fortunately, the CCOs were well prepared for an event like this, and Disrupt appeared to be disorganized in comparison. While there were a limited number of facilities, these were entirely I was doing so good. I was on a good streak there. Comprised of Disrupt terrorists, with only 3 CCOs reported injured in a various conflicts across the goddamn why can't I fucking see with my eyes? I feel like think anybody else would just like read this normally, be like, okay, I like this. Now the real entertainment of me playing this game is just failing to read this. Correct any sort of correctness in any of the fucking grammar or anything. A significant amount of disrupt activists were arrested and incarcerated, awaiting transfer to a betterment center. More on this story develops. Turn off TV. You're interrupted by Charlie walking into the living room, bleary-eyed and with a piece of toast. Anything interesting going on? Gestures to TV. Usually, you leave the news on as they cycle through the story again. Charlie watches in hushed silence. By the end of the broadcast, they're talking in the night of fire. Everything's going to be okay, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be alright. Okay. Now I swear to God, give me another goddamn story. Finally! Oh my God, the fucking point of this video game. Oh my God, I get to play it. Okay, I am very rusty. A year and a half since Liberation Night.
Can you hear me? Alex? Are you receiving? This is Alan James.
Alan James, okay.
The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
Fine. Check the power.
Amy will be attempting to learn the xylophone in Incisors.
So
And that's immediately followed by the latest episode
Fine, I'll
of
do it.
Across the Territories at 11:30,
robbery,
where
resisting
tonight Jenny
arrest,
Demeanor will be
double
looking at
homicide
the
of same
old
bloke.
labour camps of the former
She's right
Urkistan and how they've been converted
Okay.
into
I'm very
natural
rusty at
Territories
this.
family breaks.
I'm so rusty.
Takes us into the daily
Going in
advanced
10 seconds,
briefing
everybody.
before
How
we
long
start
has it been?
Showing you a series of random
3
images
months?
from the Terrytext,
Probably,
accompanied by
definitely.
offensive
What is that?
offensive music.
4,
But first,
3.
it's over to the newsroom for tonight's National Nightly News.
Good evening. This is the National
Hey,
Nightly News
that's not
broadcasting
rusty,
across the
though.
territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert
Normal
attacks
photo.
were carried
Normal
out, freeing
photo of
captive
James.
prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing has been heard from the missing journalist since the violent Disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food.
I miss him
With the last of
every
the menu
day.
centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has
3?
blossomed into a social
I don't know
contract
what else I
that is
would
the
choose.
envy of the unawakened world. Promising a healthy, nutritious diet designed to keep all citizens at peak performance, the menu centres used locally sourced produce for that farm to plate experience
wine.
without the need for spreading
Can
manure.
we point that out?
Whitey.
That ain't good.
Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories as more and more former countries join
that's
the near
good.
future. A survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of divisions. According to the professors, The binominal trajectories of the Bezier distribution show signs of becoming both inverted and protracted when dispersed over the square root of time. By applying Harrington's third law in conjunction with the we can clearly see that things are looking massively good for Julia Salisbury and Advance.
What? Okay.
Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory 1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out
I don't want to
a
show
series
3,
of
but it
ever
would
more
be funny if I
extreme
showed
attacks.
3.
When asked about Disrupt's future plans, inexplicably popular spokesman Alan James answered, "You won't have to wait long to find out." Thanks, Alan. Opaque as always. And an ending of sorts tonight for 3 stories we've been following. A fistful of dollars. After a highly profitable year, Remington's Fist today announced the opening of their new high-tech underwater corporate HQ. Astounding CEO Sophia Remington, pictured here.
They're literally the same.
HQ,
What?
built using underwater FLAR technology, commented, "We've put windows everywhere. Saves a fortune on aquariums." A happy ending there for Sophia Remington. Teleport-tainted? In a surprising turn of events, the remaining scientists of Dante's Taint seem to have vanished into thin air. After many months of silence, the rescue team finally reached the remote caves to find them completely deserted. This strange, unknown piece of equipment was all that was found. Theories range from teleportation to time travel or just a half-finished hot tub. Clean sheet. After the cheeky wedding that had the whole territory talking,
what?
everyone's favourite new
Hold
guests,
on, there's
John
something up
Hussey
here.
and Tiffany Lamore have launched an informative guide to lovemaking called The Wonder of Coitus. The Edurotic Handbook is the newest product in their body positivity range.
So that guy's
includes a graphic
nose
novel
is
about foreplay
long.
called Give It a Minute, and their number
I don't know
one
if that's
single,
just how he
Peace Anthem
drew
for
it.
Jilted
Like,
Butt
it looks
Plugs.
like long.
All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangly Parts for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Bit about these. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing okay. Let's attempt the act. We're like pretty happy.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what?
Lost some signal there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, OK, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan.
Sorry, Patrick.
I'm Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury
This
will
is
step out
okay.
on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman
and
here.
dedicate
The
gardens
boys in
to
editing
a
have just
great
informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
The
For
crowd
goodness
God
sake,
damn it.
Make him look good.
slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television, first moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, Late Night Chat Show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself. And I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked. And from behind me, I heard, "Christ, Pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way, you've got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man. This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
Despite his accomplishments, the future he forged, the
How have I
boundaries he pushed,
lost people's viewership?
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Shall we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
secure Songbird.
I'm not leaving, I can't!
Oi!
You two, come with me! Don't panic. Help us here, look. We're gonna help you. We need a medic here! You're hurting me!
Well, stop
Oh God.
Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
I'm not resisting!
What are you doing?
I'm not resisting! You saw!
Stay by your side.
I am the Prime Minister, and if I give you an order, you will damn well follow it. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
Mom.
Mom. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
Look at me, look at me, stay with me, help me, stay with me. We've got you, I've got you. Just stay with me.
The National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback.
Oh God.
Salisbury's still here.
We're going to request authorization. Centipedes are requested. Target approaching.
There are more than 10 million people. Justice demands a response.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you. This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it?
God, this is fun.
Take to the streets, the time has come!
Lower your weapons!
Mom?
I said, lower your weapons now!
Centipedes authorization was granted. None.
This is
Was that
fun.
necessary? Can't you see?
How fun is this?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively on the National Nightly News, and our apologies to any of our viewers who might have found this evening's events upsetting. But at the National Nightly News, we believe in bringing you the raw, unedited truth as it happens. And we make no apologies for that. We'll update you on the latest from this disrupt attack later in the programme, but when we come back, it's time for happier pursuits, and you know what that means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Alex, I don't know what else to say. We need your help. I'm begging you.
It's becoming a weekly event.
I don't know about that.
It's the big one.
You proceeded to kill a bunch of people and then...
That's journalism, apparently.
We get set for the next sequence.
We don't have spoons. It's Crazy Neil.
I don't know about this one.
We got sticks that do tricks.
Okay. I got an A+. You're a fucking liar. You are such a fucking liar. You are a liar. I failed so hard on certain parts.
Food off your plate, food out the bin, dog food. This is a steal of a deal to have a family member stealing for you by Crazy Neil. We got sticks, buy our sticks.
Now, I gotta point out the very hard choice I'm in right now. So, the choice I have is trusting terrorists.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
Oh, God.
This is your new makeup artist, Craig.
No. What? No.
10 seconds, everybody. Sorry, Craig. It's a no. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolfe. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, The Notice Board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radon. Tell me, why do you think the public love The Notice Board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, The Notice Board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow.
How much of an egotist are
Thank you
you?
for.
Hey, hey, hey. Have a lot to thank you. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera for.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been entrusted with.
Well, it says
something
red right there,
precious,
so I
and that I
can't.
should use that platform for good.
Yeah, I think that's really important. That we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many underprivileged people.
Oh, I missed it.
You blew that one, Alex. You there. See if you can get a message to...
Better access to education, or reducing
Sorry, what
child
did I hear?
poverty.
Oh, no, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
Oh, they're Northerns, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think, actually, that only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way
And
before.
I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable, then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough for me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
Yeah, I'm good at these ones.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course. Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has defaced...
You might as well try and get the go code out, Alex. Some of the cells know the location. We need 3 boos for the next 3 sound effects.
Shut up!
3 boos in a row. Please. Lives depend on it.
Shut up!
It looks heavy.
I'm trying to do this.
They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
You missed it.
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to move it.
Oh, you're fucking us, Alex.
I don't even know what you want me to do because I was...
It looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable...
Why won't you help us?
Shut up!
What's wrong with you?
Shut up!
Someone
Shut
call for
up!
the best firefighter in town! Hi-ya!
Oh my god!
Done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry. We won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature. But really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fete. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
Damn ferret has struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fete.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you! The Vicar!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have
I'm too sucked into
shouldn't
this.
have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well. That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a
I kind of edited it like shit.
Jeff, Philippa and Tommy.
But I was so sucked in, I was just not caring what else happened.
We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Yep.
Wow! What a brilliant run, eh?
Alex, this is important. Tonight is our one chance. Please, please play our ad.
I've got 4 kinds of sausage.
You killed people.
Hey, you coming to the after party?
If you didn't want...
I'm not going to lie to you, Alex. It looks bad. I thought the public would come out. That they'd be behind us.
Uh-oh.
Come
that.
One last request, Alex, if you can.
Yeah.
One of the next guests is with us. We you get asked, censor him for us, and the final orders will go out. You'll get 3 chances. Please, if there's any humanity left in you, get it right at least twice. There's so many.
Well, I'm sorry, but humanity doesn't work like that if,
Yeah, this is my shade.
you know...
From a healthy breakfast to a home-cooked dinner.
But what the hell is she doing?
Always at your table.
I'm gonna run back to Jenny now.
Minimally packaged.
Oh. Ooh.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
They said no one's died, that's all I can say. 10 seconds!
Yeah, I don't know about
is
any of
eating.
this because
Going in 5.
if you kill people, that's worse. If you kill people, that's bad.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
You know what I
Later
mean?
in this segment, we're hoping to be able to.
But
get
you
back
actively
down
killed
at the
people,
scene of
so it's
tonight's
like,
shocking
no.
disrupt attack.
Innocent
But
people, in
first,
fact.
I'm delighted to be joined
Everybody's
by the cast of the
dying.
smash hit musical everyone is talking about.
I'm
I'll be
just
speaking
celebrating
with the cast in
some
a moment, but first,
people, but
let's take a look at
you
the
know what I mean?
Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by me.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John. We're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at the club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again.
No more snap decisions to go on to a club.
You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub.
Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian jobs?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
he's wrong.
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband.
A wonderful wife. We got a childless life.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a
baby.
No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent
confused, by the way.
Stars and no more. We're having a baby. Some bills and ladies. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Amazing. The Novary's there,
Dude,
treating
oh
us.
my
to their
god!
opening
I
night
saw
from
4
Empty
times there, by the way.
Childless Life,
That
which is
that
currently
was
the
nuts.
hottest ticket in the capital
When I
theatre
noticed
district.
that.
We'll be touring the territories later this year. Right then, come on, you lot, come on down. Let's go. Don't be shy. Hello. Hi, Megan. Hi. It's an honour to be here. Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Yes. Used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
with matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
Right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boram Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Satley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J. And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe, as well as being friends, you're also couples in real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen Janet, Jill Jen, Janet Jill.
You know, while I'm here,
What about John?
I am so.
My character.
I don't know why I'm so like
It was allegorical.
drained into
It was very
this.
confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much doing and throwing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own
I'm
names.
so obsessive over this right now.
Less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh, God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Mimbley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful.
Why'd they zoom into
No
him?
singing. So peaceful. No singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
It's about children and why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem.
But, by the way,
Terrible problem.
I've been a guy of freedom of speech this
You
whole
clearly agree.
fucking Let's Play.
Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar.
I've been a man of freedom of speech, so I don't
They're
care.
exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to
Nope.
9, for God's sake.
No advanced slander.
Usually I'm the chatty one.
Or well,
You're the youngest. We know.
slander can
Badge of honor,
go
Janet.
through. I don't really mind.
Oh, well said, John. Thanks, John.
But,
Got you back.
So could John
you know,
just tell us
not gonna ever
is the
censor
play
that type
about?
of stuff.
What happens in it?
Well,
Go ahead.
it's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair, becoming a target for children's TV
Why?
advertising.
What is with her?
She decides to take drastic action.
She's too
I
specific
can't really
with
say more,
this.
though. I probably said too much already.
Yes. Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The noble's there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay? Thank you, Megan.
That ain't Patrick.
It's Patrick Bannon.
This ain't Patrick.
Tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack
Also, bombs in the background.
been found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you.
How has she not been injured, by the
Prime
way?
Minister.
Can we talk about that?
Not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here.
Ooh, do you see the smoke back there?
Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes, the security services performed their duties without hesitation. And I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news.
There's several deaths happening over there.
Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement.
Yeah, no, I'm a man of freedom of speech, so I don't care about censoring or disrupting others.
On the camera there.
Both are fucked, by the way.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio.
Yeah,
Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News, but before we go, one final thought. Throughout the programme tonight, we've been receiving reports of disrupt activities throughout the territories. Through a series of coordinated attacks, these terrorists are attempting to undermine Advance's vital work. However, sources at team headquarters have told us that this acid revolution was not only predicted, but allowed to happen. Our government have lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home and stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness, and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's meet.
Fucking hell!
Set up the rocket launcher! Let's silence the monster!
Oh, fuck.
Where's the tower?
Shit. How about no? How about no? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, we just got segment D somehow. How did I get a D for that? How the fuck have I progressed like this? Failed to... Hold on, what was that? See disrupt fall to advance his new future. Okay. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, we're doing good. That was a lot. That was quite a lot. Hell, I might not even go through the thing because that was so much information. This was an episode.
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
I don't know where to start.
What a wild ride!
It really made me like really think about everything again. Like both of them are kind of fucked when you really think about it.
France is lying to you.
But I want to believe that
and have confidence that the team
Disrupt is in the wrong because they literally just killed innocent people for no reason.
But now you start to
yeah,
see,
Advance went to war, but like,
happy. It never
you know what I mean? Those are people expecting a good day and then getting fucked in the ass. That's not okay, right? That's that, in my opinion, is a lot worse than war. You know?
We're still vassals, slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
When you think you're safe at your house and then all of a sudden a bomb goes off, it's too much, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. It is a bit short, but I think it's enough. Honestly, it's enough. So, yeah, anyways, that's where I'm gonna end the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.